I want to thank the Dell family. It's a great family. He is amazing. She is amazing. They've done such a job on that.
Such a job on that. Dell, they've done such a job on that. On what? Computer. It's all computer. I love Tesla.
Up a lot of money too. Put up $6,250,000,000. That's somebody. And he started making computers on his bed in college and selling them because they were better than other computers. And
he put up $6 billion. That's somebody. You're right. Only billionaires are somebodies, Donald Trump.
I said, how did you do that? He said, well, I did it, and I just never stopped. It just kept going. So go out and buy a Dell. They're great.
So that's illegal, what he just did. Go out and buy a Dell. They're great. That's illegal. In fact, I was on the radio, and on the radio, if you're a listener-supported radio, if you are part of public radio, it's against the law to do that. You would be taken off the air. You'd be fined if you did that on the fucking radio as just a person, a normal person. Donald Trump just broke the law. That is endorsing a product that you have financial interest in while using your public persona and public title, your position as a public authority figure. It's entirely illegal. Nobody could fucking, don't tell me that you don't care because you care about the law, right? They broke the law. Every day I hear about how immigrants broke the law. Well, there's no proof that they broke the law, but here we have on tape Donald Trump breaking the law. Well, Maggers, how do you feel about him breaking the law? Do you care? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you think Donald Trump belongs in jail. If you think Donald Trump belongs in jail, but you hate the Democrats too, hit that like button.
Meet computers on his bed. Go buy one. Hi again, everybody. It's 5 o'clock in New York. That should never be normal. But there's a reason Donald Trump strung together those nonsensical words.
It's not a pump and dump.
And mere sentences. Donald Trump telling people to, quote, go out and buy one, a Dell computer. It's because it's a company that he's personally invested in to the tune of at least $1 million.
There you go. As soon as you say something like, go out and buy one, you've broken the law. At the very least, well, he's actually got $1 million involved. But even if he didn't, it would be against the law. Even if he had no money in it, it would be against the law. He would get fined. If he were on public radio, he'd be fined.
And while he's using his office, the office of the American presidency, to urge you to, quote, go out and buy one, this thing that he made on his bed, to buy from his preferred companies, the federal government, which he sits atop, is simultaneously handing companies like Dell massive government contracts. Yesterday, 19 days after Donald Trump urged cash-strapped and stressed-out Americans to buy his political patrons' computers, the federal government inked a nearly $10 billion with a BE dollar contract with, wait for it, Dell. Of that, CNBC reports this, quote, the Department of Defense announced a 5-year, roughly $9.7 billion deal with Dell to provide a suite of software to the U.S. military. It comes after Michael Dell, the founder and CEO of Dell Technologies, pledged $6.25 billion, which Trump mentioned there, to fund investment accounts for children known as Trump accounts.
Yeah, remember that when Dell did that, and the Dell and his like really surgically altered wife came out and they said they're doing the Trump accounts for the American children or something?
Navy spokesperson told reporters this, quote, the vendors were all evaluated based on competition, sure, an overall chain of value to the department. Going through the process of evaluation, they came out on top. They just happened to come out on top, I guess. The timing seems suspicious to you. Just wait, there's more. Forbes reports that back in February, Donald Trump purchased between $1 and $5 million.
Jeez, look at all the gold behind them. Look at these assholes with the gold shit all over the walls. What is it with all the gold shit on the walls, man? That's the thing about these idiotic billionaires, man. They just have no taste, dude. If I had $1 billion, this is the thing. That's how you know billionaires are garbage humans, because they decorate their homes like it's a fucking trailer park. Like, why? Like, oh, this is what a rich man does. He puts gold all over thing. This is why all these trailer park fools like Donald Trump. They're like, oh, if I had all that money, I would put gold shit all over the place. Damn, I love all that gold all over the walls of Ding Dang Do. That's what success looks like.
Dollars in Dell stock. As of Tuesday, when Forbes compiled the numbers, that stock had gone up by 142%, with a median value gain of $4.3 million. They ranked it the #1 best stock trade that Donald Trump made. Now, that number is likely to get bigger, to rise. Dell stock has gone up more than 4% since the Pentagon announced a deal with Dell, which came after Trump told everyone to, quote, go out and buy a Dell computer, the one that he made, quote, on his bed. I'm sure it was in his paper that he made it out of his bedroom, but we'll save that for another day. Trump is the only president.
Yeah, that is weird. It's it was on the bed too. He didn't build it on his bed. That's true. I didn't even clock that. I was so paying attention to Donald Trump literally breaking the law in front of me. I thought it was silly. I didn't even think about. Yeah, no one builds computers on their bed. They might do it in their bedroom, like on a desk. He built the computer on his bed. He was on his bed building computers. It was great. It was between FAP sections. He got us twisting and turning, and he's like, I could twist and turn and make a bunch of money. I could twist and turn a screwdriver just as well as I could on my bed. That's what I did. I never stopped.
President in modern history who's done this, who's traded like this. Every president since Gerald Ford has placed their assets in a blind trust to avoid even the appearance of corruption.
That's
Every
right.
president until Donald Trump. The Trump Organization says that outside brokerage firms make the trades with no involvement from Donald Trump, his family, or the organization. Okay. It's a coincidence that he tells the country to go out and buy the computers. Okay. Well, Trump allies are being awarded
Just a
contracts that benefit
coincidence,
Donald Trump
lady.
personally and
Shut
financially.
up.
Americans, on the other hand, are facing more and more pressure from the Trump economy. Trump's war with Iran is jacking up yet another measure of inflation. On that, the New York Times reports this, quote, a measure of inflation closely watched by the Federal Reserve accelerated in April to a 3-year high. The personal consumption expenditures index rose 3.8% from the same time last year. It was the fastest annual pace since May of 2023, when the Fed was in the midst of raising rates to tame a burst of inflation that had emerged in the wake of the pandemic. A measure of underlying inflation that strips out volatile food and energy prices also notched a multi-year high. That measure, core inflation, increased at the annual pace of 3.3%, the fastest it has risen.
Dude, wait until they get rid of the Fed chair and they put somebody else in there and he lowers interest rates. It's going to cause a huge recession. We're about to have a huge recession. I got to sell this house. I got to sell this house and get the fuck out. I got to have a house paid for. I don't want to have a mortgage. I don't want to have to go back to digging in the mines. Please don't make me do. I know I know Donald Trump's a scumbag. I know. Astrobody. I know he's a scumbag. It's pretty horrible. He's a person who is taking advantage of children and the poor and the working class, and he's making billions of dollars. Yes, ultimate scumbag. You're absolutely right. I totally agree, Astrobody. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate you. Please become a channel member. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Since November of 2023. Donald Trump continuing to brazenly and publicly enrich himself while the American people can barely afford groceries and gas is where we begin the hour with some of our favorite experts and friends.